Alright, we are now live on YouTube, starting streaming on Rumble, and gets us music going. Good afternoon! Hello, welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for a strange world of notable events, weather, and sports. Covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us! During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss, for the most part. And I just can't help but see the flip. I got my camera working and yours is off. So yours was on this morning, mine wasn't. So we're playing musical cameras here today. Anyway, for links to the articles, anything else potentially interesting, please check the underbar in the description below. And all links scattered throughout the show will appear post-live stream as always. Anyway, I am ThEoD Xander.
King's Refuge.
And you are you audience member. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching us live or at some point later on in the space-time continuum. Today is, of course, Freya's Day, aka Friday, June 14th, 2024. So, like, this is a thumbnail I'm going to have. Well, I have already on the Omni Coalition's YouTube. On the Rumble, it has this other thumbnail here. But we're going to get to this throat patch here. So, like, anyway.
Weird.
So, the first four articles, actually the first three articles, are actually from MTM. He's been slowly depositing news articles over the past couple of months in the TOCNS channel in hopes that we'll get this show back going, in which we have. So we're going to use some of his work. So we have here from Newsbreak, YouTuber hit with federal charges for filming a helicopter with fireworks to try to blow up a Lamborghini. What in the world of like Grand Theft Auto bullshit?
That's some GTA. Yeah, I was gonna say some GTA stuff, man, right there.
Yeah, actually, that they weren't just like, because when I originally like read this this headline here, it sounded.
Oh,
like
is that an actual photo? Was
yes.
They actually did it.
Looks like it.
Wow.
So looks like they affixed a couple firework launchers off the side, turning the helicopter into a effectively like a celebratory gunship, and it unless this is AI, like I don't know if AI can make things like this quite yet, without some kind of glaring, obvious weirdness, like the helicopter having two sets of rotors or whatever. That's not usual for helicopters. Some have them, but you want to read the first paragraph or so?
The rise of the creator economy has given people who make a living posting stuff on the internet a ton of incentive to go to great lengths to rack up as many clicks as possible. Unfortunately, one YouTuber who might have gone a bit too far has landed itself in federal court as a result. There are plenty of routes you can take if you're trying to make money on YouTube, and when you consider the massive following and fortune Mr. Beast has managed to amass, the building an online empire on a foundation of over-the-top stunts and borderline offensive shows of the excess, it's easy to understand why people feel the urge to go down a similar path. That includes
wild. Sorry.
That's it. That includes Alex Choi, real name Sun Min Choi, who has amassed close to almost 1 million followers on the platform on the back of the channel that specializes in which features videos as titles explaining buying an illegal car to drive on the street, and can a Lamborghini tow 10,000 pounds?
Can a Lamborghini tow 10,000 pounds?
I wouldn't think so.
Like,
according to the Department of Justice, destroying a Lamborghini with fireworks, which involved people in a helicopter filled with oversized roving candles shooting the car in question, as Choi spied across the El Mirage Lake Salt Flats in California.
I want to look this up really quick, if you don't mind. I'm gonna Lamborghini fireworks, Lambo fireworks, helicopter. Let's see if this is. Oh my god.
Man wants to blow up his Lamborghini. I mean,
you see, like, this is why I say these people just have too much money. Like, obviously, the wealthy elitists and everything, they have too much money, but, like, these YouTubers have too much money. Like this is just getting outrageous. We're blowing up like multi-$100,000 sports cars with Roman candles launched from a helicopter. Like, I'm pretty sure that money could have gone to a lot better use in countless ways. Like, this is such a waste. Such an absolute waste. Wait, was that a minigun? Well, let me go back. It looked like there was a minigun there. Those look like miniguns. Like, am I wrong? Or
yeah.
Are those are Roman candle launchers and all the little tubes strapped together? It looks like a barrel. Yeah, it was a ladder, but they look like miniguns. This is absolutely nuts. Wow. Yeah, so that happened. So so this is actually real. To answer the question earlier, yeah, that actually happened. Wow.
Wow.
Yikes. Anyway, let's move on up here. Actually, I'm going to save this link because this is not in the description quite yet. So I'll just post that there. Let's move on up here. Let's flip. Like, how about you read this headline and I'll read a couple paragraphs of the article.
All right. An incredible Pokemon roguelike just lost its creator to Jesus Christ. I am the first and foremost a man seeking to follow God's path.
Huh. So...
I didn't know they were making a roguelike. Is it Pokemon, or is it like... Pal World,
sure.
You know?
Says here, one of the most popular Pokemon ROM hacks you can play right now meshes a creature catcher with a roguelike genre. I don't know what roguelike is. I've heard it quite often recently.
Roguelike's where you die over and over again, but each time you die, you become a little bit more powerful.
Okay, so death is part of your upgrades. That kind of sounds like handed to you. So
it's funnier than it's than my explanation. Roguelikes are one of my favorites.
It says here, while PokeRogue recently hit a significant milestone with the release of a fan game's ending sequence, though the project's creator is stepping away to refocus on faith, family, and their job. PokeRogue is Pokemon as you know it, but with procedurally generated worlds. So the map and encounters change which each playthrough. Why can't I talk today? You won't find the sort of permadeath popularized like roguelikes or Nuzlocke. I'd never heard of that. But you'll need to keep on top of things like resource management, as who knows how things will play out. It's garnered some serious popularity, particularly among Pokemon's streaming community, but that's not stopping its creator from stepping away from the project. Quote, I understand that this project's growth continues to accelerate and there is still so much potential in it yet to be reached, end quote. PokeRogue creator Flashfire explains on Twitter. To continue his quote here, to many this would seem like the worst possible time to leave. I had so many ideas that I know people would love and make the experience even better. However, after much consideration and consulting with family and close friends, I believe it would be better for both myself and the project's continued growth for me to step away on a good note, end quote. Oh, I mean, like, I don't see why he can't pursue faith while, like, you know, like there's no reason why he has to completely step away. Like, he could still do something, maybe. I don't know. Like,
maybe it's just like one of those. Like, I think I've heard some rumblings of, at least in the early days, of some religious people being against Pokemon because of, I don't know.
Oh, well, evolution.
Reasons.
Like, you know, Pokemon is very against Christianity because they're creationalism, not evolutionism.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon evolve into their next form, you know, that's against, you know, Christianity, you know, on that fundamental principle right there.
It could be that.
Although it's a really bad use of the word evolve, because evolve is like after millions or billions of years or whatever. Even though in just 50 years we've noticed that cats are evolving opposable thumbs, but still, like, for instant evolution, like what Pokemon demonstrates, it's kind of silly for, you know, Christians and Catholics and whatnot to, you know,
it's just,
to the
you know,
of being
it's
complete, you know?
It's evolution, it's just in fast mode.
Yeah. Although if I ever saw real life a freaking a Magikarp turn into a Gyarados,
And can you imagine, like, there would be like literal bones cracking. It'd be like a werewolf transformation, you know?
Dude, like even beyond that, like the amount of mass needed between a little fish and a sea serpent, it is like you're talking in the tens, if not hundreds of digits of multiplication times. Where does it get that energy? Like technically there should be a giant void of nothing around it just to absorb everything for the mass and it needs to change into that being.
Can't imagine it being not painful.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why Gyarados is always so pissed. You know? I don't know. And anyway, yeah, so anybody who knows about this roguelike, you know, it's now the leader has left, or one of the leaders. That sucks. What else do we got here?
Ooh, cannabis overtakes alcohol as America's vice of choice, with many daily tokers and drinkers for the first time ever, sir. Yes.
I gotta do this.
Give up that alcohol and come to our side.
Hell yeah.
Give up that nasty alcohol that just eats away at your liver. Come join us.
Says here, a recent study tracking the past 40 years of marijuana and alcohol use have revealed a seismic shift. In the U.S. and for the first time in American history, daily marijuana use is now more popular than daily alcohol consumption. Well, yeah. The study used self-reported data to the U.S. National Survey on Drug Use and Health. It looked at responses from 1,641,041 people spanning 1979 to 2022. That is a long time to study. Wow. 1979 to 2022. Yo, dude, that's longer than your whole life. Actually, technically, that is your age, because that was 2 years ago, and that was 2 years prior to your birth. Can you imagine, studying for your whole life?
Yeah.
That's a long study. It says here, and the findings were published this week in the journal Addiction, published by the Society for the Study of Addiction. Well, marijuana is non-addictive, so... what it found was daily cannabis use in the U.S. was plummeting for years and bottomed out in '92. It has since been on the rise and is now more prevalent than daily alcohol consumption amongst U.S. citizens. All right, you know.
Legalize it already.
Yes. If you're gonna go after drugs, and I see this because obviously I partake in the forbidden grass, but. If anybody's gonna go after, drugs, it's like, oh, drugs are bad, oh, kick alcohol, oh, kick weed, oh, kick this. Well, then why don't you go after sugar? If you really, really, truly
Caffeine.
are out against drugs, then go after sugar. Because sugar is the most lethal and addictive substance on the face of this planet. Sorry, what were you gonna say, KR?
Caffeine, too.
Well, caffeine, yeah. Caffeine as well is up there. I'm not knocking,
You don't need caffeine.
Yeah. Well, some people don't. I'm not diminishing the value of, the other harder drugs and all that stuff, but if we're really going to become anti-drug, we got to stop looking at the small fries and start looking at the big stuff, So, anyway, it says here in 2022, about 17.7 million U.S. citizens self-reported using marijuana daily, up from less than 1 million in 1992. Holy crap, dude. And in 30 years. Yeah, in 30 years it went from 1 million to 17.7, or less than a million. That is a huge spike. It says here that same year, about 14.7 million U.S. citizens reported drinking alcohol daily, up from 9 million in 1992. Huh. Well, we're witnessing history here, King.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to add this into the collected links section here. Let's move on up from Oddity Central here. We have a young woman dating 7 pensioners at once sparks controversy. Does this picture look a little familiar to you?
Oh wow!
Like a certain police officer with a precinct and.
They're all in the same. They're all in the picture though. It seems like they're cool with it.
Yeah.
What's the story?
Let's see here. Lena, a young Colombian woman involved in a polyamory relationship with 7 pensioners. Why can't I say that word? has been accused of taking
one.
advantage of the elderly men for financial gains. Here we go. Wow.
But they're all in on it.
This
I don't understand.
She's not just a gold digger, she's an entire mining crew. Hailing from the city of Barranquilla, Lena has become the talk of an entire country after her unusual story went viral online. After a series of disappointing romantic relationships with men her own age, the young woman realized that she could achieve emotional and financial stability a lot easier if she targeted pensioners instead. Reflecting after yet another failed relationship, Lena remembered that her neighbor's elderly husband always flirted with her, and she understood that she was a lot more desirable to pensioners because they would give away anything to be with a woman her age. So she started spending time in parks and other places where lonely old men usually hang out, and she is now in a polyamorous relationship with 7 pensioners who all support her financially.
Yeah.
And they obviously know about each other because they're all here.
Exactly. I don't. What's the story?
The story is she is their little microcosm doorknob. Everybody gets a turn. So.
Well, I don't know if this is news. They all seem. It would be news if they were not aware of it.
Yeah, that would add a little bit more of a zing to the story, to be honest. But things like this really do need to be, broadcast because people like her need to be shamed. Like, she is taking advantage of not just one but multiple, like 7 other men. Like, it doesn't matter if they're fine with it. Should not be societally acceptable at all. Like, this is giving the next generation of women ideas. Like, pretty soon everything is going to be polyamorous. Everybody's going to be smashing and dashing. There's going to be no heart or soul in anything. We need to have a line somewhere for the sake of society. And things like this.
I mean, she's a strong, independent woman, so no one's gonna shame her. No one's gonna shame her. It's almost like they're promoting it.
When will the Imperium of Man start to take place and people like her be called heretics and launched into the far-flung reaches of space, never to be seen again?
World War III.
We need to purge the heretic. Anyway, what else do we got here? Ooh.
Power washer Van Gogh uses concrete driveways as his canvas.
Huh.
Ooh, let's see.
Yeah. Look at that. So we power wash the dirt. Somehow.
Oh, nice.
Makes, here's TOC. This is really good.
This is really cool.
We have an alien here and somebody getting abducted. UFO.
Miss a spot.
Yeah. Oh, giraffes.
Nice.
Yeah, so what is this? Let's see here.
Night Team says style. And Sam Ward says he likes to make his art in the mundane.
I don't like to paint. I don't like color.
There's no brush and no paint needed for this project. Just his trusty old power washer.
The red one is your sharp pencil.
This is less about the cleaning and more about the creativity.
One of my wife's favorite jokes is, hey, can you actually go do some cleaning with one of those?
As his canvas.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think, the pictures, speak 1,000 words. We don't need to read this article, so, we can go.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. What else do we have? Ooh. We have a fish the size of a human fingernail is as loud as a jet engine. What? Would you like to read this?
The fish, translucent fish, only 12 millimeters in size, can produce sounds exceeding 140 decibels, comparable to the sound perceived by a person standing 100 meters from a passenger's jet during a takeoff. Wow.
Huh. I want to see if there's a video.
Yeah, let's get a sound bit in here.
Yeah. I hear it. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
keep in mind,
Is that?
we're hearing this through water and the tank glass.
Yeah.
So that's really loud.
Yeah, really loud. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sound like crickets, kind of.
Yeah. You want to read this section here?
There are louder animals in the world, such as the pistol strip, which can produce sounds as loud as 250 decibels, but fishes are usually some of the quietest creatures on the planet. So it's unusual to find one as loud as an ambulance siren or a jackhammer, specifically one this small, but the mechanisms Dangling cerebrum uses to produce the deafening sound is even more fascinating.
Huh.
The apparatus accelerates the drumming of cartilages with the force of over 2,000 grams and shoots it against the swim bladder to produce a rapid, loud pulse. Dr. Britz explained these pulses are strung together to produce calls with the bilaterally alternating or unilateral muscle contraction.
Huh. That's one loud fish.
Yeah.
And those are small. Well, alright. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if it... I don't feel like it, so... let's see here. More from Audio Central here. Every year, this Finnish city blasts classical music to keep youth away. The whole city of Get Off My Lawns. Can you imagine blasting Beethoven? Oh, keep all those punk kids away. Get off my city.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Maybe you should start, doing that. Like, like set up some loudspeakers, like how they have in prison camps or whatever. Like, those speakers. And then, just blast, some Beethoven, Mozart, or something. For the past few years, police in the Finnish city of Espoo have been employing an intriguing tactic to keep youth from partying on a local beach, blasting classical music from loudspeakers. There's no scientific evidence that young people have an aversion to classical music, but police in Espoo swear that it works, and the fact that they have been using this tactic for the last 6 years is a testament to that. Well, we already know about musical warfare. It's been used in Vietnam, it was used in Desert Storm, it was used in Operation Enduring Freedom. It says here, apparently at the end of the school year, it's the end of the school, there is a comma there, that's weird. The beach in Espoo's Haukahiti neighborhood becomes a popular gathering place for youths eager to party until the late hours of the night. Local authorities have tried multiple other methods to disperse the youth, but nothing worked quite as well as classical music masterpieces like Strauss's The Blue Danube, Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and Schubert's Ave Maria. That's a good song. Maria! So starting in early June, police blast classical music from a couple of loudspeakers on the beach to keep youth from gathering there after sunset. Well, I mean, that's a way. So... yeah. A number of locals confess that they found the police initiative a bit strange, but since it's working so well, no one seems to be complaining. I mean, if the science fits,
yeah.
I think this is, actual evidence of classical music being counterintuitive to the existence of youth. We actually have quantifiable evidence at this point. What say you?
Well, there are different vibrations that bug certain people based on their age. Or there are sounds that you're unable to hear as you get older. There are sounds you're able to hear when you get older, yada, yada, yada. Maybe it has something to do with that.
That is true. Maybe it's more than cultural and societal stigmas. Maybe it's actual physical, sound vibrations. You're onto something, I think. That's a good avenue of scientific exploration. I wonder if anybody's actually going to develop a thesis around that for their doctorate. That's really interesting. Anyway, what do we got here?
Oh boy. Innovative throat patch could help people speak without vocal cords. Ooh.
Wow. Wait, don't we already have something like this for people who had throat
Yeah,
cancer?
maybe this is like a make you sound more normal type thing. I'm not sure.
So, do you want to read this, or you want me to read?
Researchers of the University of California recently created a self-powered throat patch that uses machine learning to translate muscle movements into speech, helping people to speak without vocal cords.
Oh my god.
Oh, neat.
Dude, like, if we can crack the code on, canine, then we can actually start talking and having our dogs talk back and other animals. Like,
oh wow, maybe that's the next step.
Yeah. Like that, I just thought of that. Like, if we can
Start
figure
putting
out
it on everything.
what the sounds and the throat movements and all this stuff mean, and translate that in real time to English or whatever, then we can actually have a dog translator.
That's got to be the next step. I mean, why wouldn't they, right?
Damn, dude. Anyway, yeah, let me try to get these stupid things on the left to not block the text here.
Jun Chen has an assistant professor at bioengineering at the University of California, Los Angeles, came up with the idea for a non-invasive speech enabling device after feeling his vocal cords get tired as a result of lecturing. For several hours at a time, he began thinking of ways of helping a person speak without using their vocal cords. And with the help of colleagues at the University of California, he designed an innovative patch that sticks to the user's throat and uses AI technology to decode their muscle movements into speech. The lightweight device is resistant to skin, sweat, and also harnesses the user's muscle movements to generate electricity, which means that it doesn't require a battery. So, would you be using your vocal cords either way?
Well, vocal cords, what they do is they interpret the vibrations, like as I'm talking, like air is coming out and everything, and they're vibrating based off of the taut or looseness of certain muscles in my trachea and whatnot, and develop these sounds paired with my tongue and my mouth. Like the whole thing is one giant machine. But
so they're not actually talking; they're just jerking their muscles around,
well,
kind of in the neck.
What they're essentially doing is what this patch does is it takes the mouth out of the equation, and it takes wind out of the equation. So if whatever it is, if I just sit here right now and I'm going to repeat this, so it interprets the muscle movements without the wind and turns it into audible speech. So if I'm going to repeat this sentence, pumpernickel apple squash. So it would repeat pumpernickel apple squash or whatever it was I said, without the use of wind. So now people don't even have to breathe to talk. I wonder if this is going to go beyond well, obviously it's going to go beyond people who legitimately need this. This might be an innovative technology that takes away, eventually through evolution, our ability to speak, and then we'll be reliant on technology just to communicate. That's scary.
Ooh.
Because, as you said right here, what was it, several hours at a time lecturing? So he could just sit there and just mimic talking without actually talking, and it'll do the talking for him. This is amazing, but terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
And at that same time, it's using AI. Is this connected? It has to be connected to the internet somehow for updates and whatnot. And what's stopping somebody from hacking your throat patch and having you say some really not good things? Here we go. So, yep. What else do we got? 23-year-old woman marries 80-year-old man, sparks controversy. Well, here we go. Another one of these. Just gold digger. Okay. Oh, all right. Anyway, this one's hilarious. Zoo. Go ahead.
Zoo tries to make it. I don't know why it sounds so funny because it's a leopard. The one that's supposed to run fast. The zoo tries to make obese leopard lose weight and fails.
So let me read this really quick, and then I'll show the picture. You're gonna lose your shit. A Chinese zoo has given up on its plans to help an overweight leopard lose weight after 2 months of efforts yielded virtually no results. How do you not make the thing lose weight in China? How is that possible?
It's only 2 months.
You can lose some weight in 2 months.
I guess that's the average, time that, well, at least Americans give up their diet routine. I'm gonna go on a diet 2 months later.
Most people don't even make it to 2 months.
Yeah, I was being a little generous.
Says here, back in March, a leopard at the Panzihuna Zoo Park Zoo of China's Sichuan province became an overweight internet sensation, or overnight internet sensation after photos and videos of him went viral online. The overweight feline quickly became known as China's Officer Clawhauser, a reference to the overweight police officer from Disney's hit animated movie Zootopia. Many people joked that the fat leopard resembled a seal, while others took his deformed frame more seriously, expressing concerns about the animal's health and general well-being. Due to mounting criticism, the zoo was eventually to put out a statement promising to make a series of changes to make the leopard lose some of its extra weight. However, it recently announced that its initiative failed miserably, as a real-life Officer Clawhauser hasn't lost any weight in 2 months. Are you ready for this?
Oh boy. Here we go. Ooh, boy, I ain't got a neck. Damn!
He's thick!
How you let it get that bad?
That is one chonky cat right there. Like,
what are they doing?
I mean, like, if you can't outrun that, you deserve to be eaten. Like, woo boy, that's a big boy, big girl, whatever,
That's a big
thing.
boy.
That's a big thing.
God.
Just stop feeding it.
Yep, and no one can do anything about it because it's China.
I mean, like, stop feeding it. Make, like, if you don't already have one, like, make a running track or something. Give it some exercise. I mean, what are they feeding it? Sewer noodles?
Oh.
That's ridiculous. What else do we got here? Ooh, this is nice. Ideal bike saddle moves under your butt as you pedal. Why didn't it spell butt? It's supposed to have 2 T's.
What?
Yeah. And this is pretty cool. Yab's Rider, the world's first virtual access bicycle seat, is an innovative bicycle saddle featuring 2 sides that move independently as you pedal to distribute the load more evenly for a more comfortable ride. Now check this out.
Right.
Like, you cycle a lot. I gotta get back on my bike. But this looks cool. Like, is it attached? Doesn't look like it's attached to the pedals, no. But it moves with your legs independently.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna have like a... Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, see? That has got to be comfortable.
That is one bad thing about bicycle seats. A lot of them are not very comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Like my mom had this this padded Gucci stuff, like seat that went over the seat, and it was so ridiculously soft. I was like, how, like, it felt like you were sitting on like a slime or something. It was like, I just did not feel comfortable. I felt like I was going to slide off the bike. But this, I'd like to try this out. This looks really cool. Let's see here. Man miraculously survives gunshot after silver necklace stops bullet. Whoa! Do you want to read this, and then I'll show you the picture? This is really...
Colorado man can consider himself extremely lucky to be alive or surviving a gunshot thanks to the silver necklace around his neck.
Ooh.
Last week, Commerce City Police in Colorado posted photos of a bloody metal necklace with a small piece of metal lodged into the links. And on its Facebook page, apparently it belonged to a local man who had been involved in a heated argument with another person who had been shot at. According to the viral post, the bullet would have been pierced the victim's neck if not for the silver chain around his neck, which turned what would have been likely a fatal gunshot into a minor puncture wound.
Now,
oh boy.
Yeah, so I'm not going to show this picture for too long because, you know, like blood, but yeah, there's the bullet, and it broke skin. He was bleeding.
Oh, well.
But, like, it got it right in the chain. Like, lucky. Lucky. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? Remember that video we saw about, like, the differences of armor between male and female characters? And then, like, she had, like, a really skimpy bikini armor that only covered the yeah, that's what this essentially is. Like, wow. That guy lucked out. So, yeah, if you don't mind, if you can read this section here, and then we'll move to the next article.
As for the chain, although it was described as silver, Commerce City Police said that it is most likely a tougher alloy, as pure silver is a soft metal, that's correct. So it would have been easier pierced by the bullet. Someone's got some fake chains.
Yeah.
We looked it up, and silver is soft, police wrote in the Facebook, so maybe think twice before you knock a knockoff. Yeah.
Literally life-saving in this situation.
Fake chain saves lives.
Yeah. Fake chain saves lives. But yeah, no, my family's in the plating industry, and that's the first thing I thought. I was like, silver necklace stopped a bullet?
Yeah, it would have gone almost right through.
Yeah. So this has to be either steel or more likely nickel with silver plating on it. Because nickel is a pretty strong metal and very cheap. You know, steel is more expensive. Does anybody wear steel jewelry? Is steel jewelry even a thing?
I don't know.
I know I'm wearing something. This is not nickel, I know for a fact, because I'm allergic to nickel, and I haven't broken out wearing this for, I don't know, almost 2 decades. So, so I think this might be steel or some kind of alloy, and it's plated with rhodium, which is a cousin of platinum. So, is it rhodium or no? This is not silver. This is rhodium. Anyway, let's move on up here. Ooh.
You go ahead.
Okay. From UPI, Massachusetts middle school graduates 23 sets of twins. Wow. A Massachusetts middle school's graduation ceremony featured 23 pairs of twins, as well as one twin whose brother attends a different school. Well, that's kind of cheating right there. The 8th grade graduating class at Pollard Middle School in Needham features the most twins ever to appear in a single graduating class, officials said. The twins account for 46 out of 47, including the lone twin, of the 454 graduating students. Some of the graduating twins said they were surprised to learn how common multiples were at the school. Huh. So apparently this is a school for twins. Hey, your camera's on! And now we're both, the gruesome twosome. Woo! Oh, this one's nice. More from UPI. 81-year-old Boston woman. Oh, hold on, I pronounced that wrong. 81-year-old Boston woman named world's oldest train driver. Heck yeah, those Bostonians know how to work. Isn't that where Bill Burr's from, Boston, right? Or,
I believe so.
Yeah.
Boston.
An 81-year-old Bostonian woman who drives trains for the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority was named the world's oldest train operator by Guinness World Records. Helen Atanuki, who started working for the MBTA at the age of 53 in 1995. That is old to start that kind of a career. But,
yeah.
I mean, hell, there's still hope for us. Has been driving Blue Line trains for nearly 3 decades. She was named the world's oldest train operator after a co-worker applied to Guinness World Records on her behalf. Altudicki didn't
Aw.
know about the application until the record was made official. But that makes me wonder, then who had to pay the bill? Because you have to pay Guinness to come out, you know? So I wonder...
Well, she's an old lady. She probably had a lot of help.
Yeah. Altudicki, who's approaching her 82nd birthday, she said she has no plans to retire. Well, you know what? Pun intended, keep on chugging, lady. Come on, not even a boo?
Wow.
But yeah, no, this is awesome. 81-year-old
awesome.
train operator. Like, she has her life on track. So, how many cars can I add to this joke?
Ooh, Iowa!
Hey! Oh yeah, I got this. I got this article specifically, literally specifically for you. So,
All right.
you go for it.
Iowa Great Dane dubbed world's tallest dog at 3 feet 2 inches.
Damn, dude, he's up to your nose.
That's on 4 legs, man. Gee, oh my god.
Yeah,
My god. I'm only like 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
That thing, he would tower over me on his 2 legs, sure.
Yeah. Well, just pray that's not a he, otherwise he would make you his bitch. Literally.
Iowa's family Great Dane has been named the world's tallest living dog at a height of 3 feet and 2 inches. Guinness World Records said the Des Moines canine named Kevin, what a boring dog name, was officially measured at 3 feet 2 inches with from his feet to his withers at the point of the base of his neck over his shoulders.
So not even to the top of the head. Like he's
Not even to the top of the head, shoulders.
Wow. So what is
Here to
3
here.
feet 2 inches? So that's a good 3.5, maybe taller feet. Cause like like right here, right? 3
Maybe
feet, 2 inches.
3.5 feet, maybe.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is a big dog.
that's wild.
Wow. And he's only 3 years old. Huh. It continues on here. The record organization said Kevin is the first holder of the title since the previous record holder, a fellow Great Dane named Zeus, who died last year. I remember talking about Zeus. Zeus was measured at 3 feet 5.18 inches tall. Kevin 3 was named for the protagonist of the first 2 Home Alone movies, but his owner said he doesn't quite have his namesake's courage. It took extra time to measure him because he was afraid of the measuring tape. Wow. The tallest dog ever, coincidentally also named Zeus, was measured at 3 feet 8 inches tall back in 2011. So this is the current tallest living dog. So not the tallest dog ever. So 3 feet 11 inches.
Oh. Sorry, how tall was the biggest dog?
He said 3 feet 11 inches down here. Oh wait, 8 inches. Sorry, 3 feet 8 inches.
3 feet 8 inches. Ooh.
I used to have a measuring tape up here. I guess I took it downstairs somewhere. Yeah, I can't find it. Hold on. But that is one big dog. What else do we got here? Magnet fishing couple finds safe containing $100,000 in New York. Dude, magnet fishing has been an intrigue of mine. I'd like to try that because you're out there, you never know what you're gonna catch, and you're cleaning up like the river. You're depolluting the environment. Everybody wins,
Yeah.
Watching magnet fishing videos on YouTube is fascinating. Like I've seen people bring up so many bikes, guns, knives. Like there is one gun actually turned out to be it became part of an ongoing murder investigation. So we actually found some evidence on a current case, a hot case. So that was pretty cool. It says here, a couple of magnet fishing in New York waterway reeled in a safe containing about $100,000, and now they're trying to preserve the cash before it disintegrates. Yeah, because it's been in the water, The couple said the incident was not the first time they had reeled in a safe while magnet fishing, but it was the first time such a container turned out to contain treasure, about $100,000 in water-damaged $100 bills. The New York Police Department told the couple the cash was theirs to keep, as investigators were unable to find any evidence connecting the safe or its contents to a crime. Nice! But, I mean, like, what do you do with 100,000 waterlogged dollars? Like, it's still technically legal currency. Like, what it says here, a Treasury employee estimated there appeared to be between $50,000 to $70,000 worth of recoverable cash in the plastic bag brought in by the couple. So,
Not bad.
It's something. What a catch, man. That is a really good catch. Now I want to go magnet fishing. What do we got here, King?
Meats, cheeses left dangling from greased pole for nearly a month in Philly.
That sounds disgusting.
Okay.
Okay. Huh.
Organizers of Philadelphia Festival that ended nearly a month ago said they are working on a plan to remove meats and cheeses that were accidentally left dangled from a greased pole.
That sounds...
Oh, so it's kind of like an event, right?
Yeah,
Find the pole, get the cheese.
It sounds like, they were not there left intentionally, and I have a feeling that they smelled it before they found it. Let's see. If you don't mind reading these, and then I'll read the last two.
Organizers said a crane was brought in on the last day of the festival to remove the leftover prizes, but weather conditions led to a surge of visitors late in that day that prevented the removal from going forward as planned.
The sacks of meat and cheese have been dangling from the pole for nearly a month amid hot and humid temperatures, leading to fears the food items will rot, but visitors to the site said they have not yet detected any noxious odors. Festival organizers said they are working on plans to get another crane to visit the Italian market to remove the meats and cheeses, but they said it will be a difficult process as the market is often extremely crowded. So it's not even down yet. So to catch the loon up on the speed, which, by the way, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
There's still, from some celebration out in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
For whatever reason, they put meats and cheeses in bags and hung them up on, street poles and everything. And a month later, they're still there because, as it said here, there's a late influx of people for the festival, and that prevented the teardown crew from fully, taking down the meats. It was forgotten. Then there's weather, and it's also this marketplace that's heavily crowded. So now, a month later, there's meats and cheeses still in the bags, just up there in humid, hot conditions, just dangling.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Can you say Philly cheesesteak?
Oh! I almost legitimately just threw up. Oh my god. Oh. Nasty. And now I think you just killed that sandwich for me. I'm not kidding. Now, whenever I see that, I'm going to think of rotting meat and cheese up on the street light of Philadelphia in the summer heat. Nasty.
It's more than ugly.
Yeah. Anyway, we have here a 90-year-old Michigan man receives honorary high school diploma. Cool.
Oh, no kidding.
Awesome.
Nice. A Michigan man who left school to fight the Korean War finally received his high school diploma at the age of 90. That's better late than never, at least.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe he left for the World War II, but it's the Korean War.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 90 years old, that's a little too young for World War II.
Yeah.
So, Portage Public Schools said in a news release that Bob Bonholm was issued an honorary high school diploma from Portage Central High School, where he attended classes before being drafted into the military in 1951. Bonholm said he had often considered returning to school, but over the years his intentions were focused on his 40-year career at a paper mill and raising his 4 children. So time just got away from him.
Becomes less significant the older you get.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why need a diploma when you've already got to where you need to go?
Change for you.
As
much as you like to have it, life gets in the way.
Yeah. But that's still really cool.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
Glad to see they do that for a better.
Yeah. That's why I said it's way late, but hey, better late than never.
Yeah.
You know, especially since he served.
Yeah.
So, what do we got here?
Korean noodles recalled in Denmark for being too spicy.
Too spicy, huh?
Huh?
Wimps.
So Denmarkians have gringo tongues?
Don't eat it. I mean,
Yeah, don't
Man?
There you go.
Yeah.
banned for being too spicy.
Yeah.
I can see being banned being for too bad for you, or too. It's probably got high sodium content in it. Maybe you ban it for that, but it's too spicy. What about the people who like the spices?
Yeah.
What about them?
What about all the Indian refugees flooding in? You know.
Yeah.
So. It says here, Bulldog ramen noodle products from South Korean company Samyang have been recalled in Denmark for being too spicy. The recall was attributed to high levels of capsaicin, the chili pepper extract that gives the noodles a spicy flavor. Bulldog ramen, 3 times spicy, the hottest noodles in the product line, has a spiciness rating of 13,000 Scoville heat units. In comparison, a jalapeno pepper has a rating of between 4,000 to 8,000 SHU.
Whoa.
So this is like twice as hot as or almost twice as hot as the hottest jalapeno.
Yeah.
So that's hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be spicy. Spicy. Hot is a better word than spicy.
Yeah.
Got some heat to that.
Yeah. Well,
Of course, it depends on how heavy they put it in there.
But I mean, I'm just looking at these packaging here,
Yeah.
and I already feel the flames of hell
Yeah.
lapping at my face.
It kind of is a forewarning. Bright red,
You know, like
Just needs some flames on it.
it has flames. Like,
Oh,
well,
I can't see it from here.
it's in the corner, kind of. I think
Ah.
this one. Well, this one the hat has fire on it over here.
That's a dead giveaway.
Well, this one he's holding a bomb, like legit, like one of the old timey round Batman bombs, with the fat rope wick.
Yeah.
He's holding a freaking explosive device. I don't want to put that in my mouth.
I know.
Like, so. Last but not least here, Oregon high school class holds its 80th annual reunion. Dude,
Oh, wow.
awesome. Look at all the old people in there. Like,
That means
I haven't gone to a
they'll be in their
single
late
reunion.
90s,
high school.
97, 98.
Well, let's see
You'll be
here.
Approximately 17, 18 years old when you graduate.
Yeah. So 6 members of the 1944 high school graduating class met up at a Denny's restaurant, Denny's, in Oregon for their 80th class reunion. So there's only 6 of them left.
Well, that's not surprising.
Yeah. The Salem High School class of 1944 alumni gathered over the weekend at the Salem Eatery that has hosted most of their reunions for the past several years.
Jeez, I wasn't even born.
Yeah. Mom was.
Yeah.
So was Norm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The class members in attendance were Bill Juza. I don't need to read these people's names. The reunion opened with the group memorializing 5 classmates who died in the past year, before moving on to introductions to family members and the reading of a poem written by Gates, an annual tradition at their reunions. That's really cool.
You know what? Also, you got to think about the war was not over yet in 44.
Just in this last month, yeah.
Yeah, just at the end of it. So
Yeah.
all those kids were looking at going into service.
Yeah. They were looking, down. Well, like we were already, I'm not sure. Well, obviously the turning point had happened. We were waiting.
Yeah, it was
So,
pretty obvious.
it was just a couple of months.
Would that be probably, I assume, May, June, somewhere.
Well,
so it was pretty much over, but yet not over.
well, Germany, I believe, surrendered on May 1st.
Okay, so then it would have been.
I may be right, I may be wrong, I'm not sure, but the term May Day, I'm not making a joke,
Okay.
the term May Day is coming to mind for some reason. And I do know that Japan surrendered in August, late August.
Yeah, it was definitely
So,
later.
yeah. But well. Alright, well that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description below for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. We're not just here on YouTube and on, Rumble. We're on BitChute, Odyssey, Twitch, Twitter, Trovo, Kick, all over the place for the most part. Yeah. Anyway, for your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Friday, aka Friday's Day at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We have other shows. We have This Day in History. We do most days. at 11 in the morning Pacific time. We have this show. We have the Evidence Disclosure coming up hopefully this Sunday about UFOlogy, Paranormal, Conspiracy. I gotta change this. 3 p.m. We have the Omni Coalition show Monday at 3 p.m. We're also working on the Omni Kitchen and Inosh and various other things in stages of production. Anyway, if you want to watch us live, if you're on the west, it's 11 and 3 over the mountain, 12 and 4, watch us for more. Central, 1 and 5 for the Contrive, and East, 2 and 6 for your fix. For all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
King's Refuge.
Golden Moon.
And you, viewer, are you. Thank you once again so much for watching us, and until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!